Hello guys, my name is Yash. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, we will learn about method overloading and how you can achieve it, and also we will learn about method overriding in Java with the help of examples. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Also, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe so that you don't miss any updates. In Java, two or more methods may have the same name if they differ in parameters. These methods are called overloaded methods, and this feature is called method overloading. Suppose you have to perform multiplication of the given numbers, but there can be any number of arguments. If you write the method such as a int for 2 parameters and b int for 3 parameters, then it may be difficult for you as well as other programmers to understand the behavior of the method because its names differs. So we perform method overloading to figure out the program quickly. There are two ways to overload the method in Java. First, by changing number of arguments, and second, by changing the data type. In this example, we have created two methods. First multiply method perform multiplication of 3 numbers, and second multiply method perform multiplication of 2 numbers. Here, both overloaded methods accept one argument. However, one accepts the argument as string object, whereas other type int. Two or more methods can have the same name inside the same class if they accept different arguments. This feature is known as method overloading. It is not method overloading if we only change the return type of methods. There must be difference in the number of parameters. If subclass has the same method as declared in the parent class, it is known as method overriding in Java. In this program, the display method is present in both the fruit superclass and the apple subclass. When we call display method using the object, the method inside the subclass apple is called. The display method of the subclass overrides the same method of the superclass. Notice the use of override annotation in this example. In Java, annotations are the metadata that we use to provide information to the compiler. Here, the override annotation specifies the compiler that the method after this annotation overrides the method of the superclass. It is not mandatory to use override. However, when we use this, the method should follow all the rules of overriding, otherwise the compiler will generate an error. Both the superclass and the subclass must have the same method name, the same return type, and the same parameter list. We cannot override the method declared as final and static. There must be an is-a relationship. The same method declared in the superclass and its subclasses can have different access specifiers. However, there is a restriction. We can only use those access specifiers in subclasses that provide larger access than the access specifier of the superclass. For example, suppose a method info in the superclass is declared protected. Then the same method info in the subclass can be either public or protected, but not private. In this example, the subclass mango overrides the method display of the superclass fruit. Whenever we call display method using the object, the method inside the subclass is called. Notice that the display method is declared protected in the fruit superclass. The same method has the public access specifier in the mango subclass. This is possible because the public provides larger access than the protected. If you like this video, share it with your friends and also don't forget to like.